this is Vivic, the capital city of the Norns. Stables, we actually have a stable girl who's in charge of selling pigs and saddles, things like that. There's a farm over there and a mine over there. Take an awful long time to load. There we go. So this is Vivic. I think that was an admin flying up there. I actually have my global chat off currently, specifically so I don't get swarmed by messages, because I am an admin now, not a mod, and that happens. And ignore this. This is my anti-fire world edit brush. So if I see something on fire at a distance, I can just go click and gun. Anyways, this is a shop district. Admittedly, I built none of these shops. That's a sewer system, still being built. Not as great as the original sewer system in my opinion, but still pretty nifty. This area will be moved outside at some point. But yeah, this is basically the shop district in comparison. We actually have a brewery. We're the only city who has a brewery, and we take. I'm actually gonna help him out and add some stuff to his brewery to make it a little bit more unique. But he's one of the few people who can have things like a brewing stand, an anvil, without getting in trouble for it, as long as he keeps it locked up and he doesn't make potions he's not supposed to make. Because basically, various brews have their own special names. They have their own special effects, like a potion of slowness that's renamed, the Dirty Boar. I think that's what the brewery is. Yeah, the Dirty Boar Brewery, Dirty Boar Mead, or something of that nature. So I'm gonna create this up so that it don't take forever to reload. We have our own bard as well. He's been asking for a better place to play his music, and I might just give it to him at some point, probably in the guild district. Oh. I think I actually already banned him. Maybe not. I'll give him a warning. I'll be nice. This house was actually built by me. I'm not happy with it entirely. I've actually built several of the houses here, not all of them though, and I always have issues with my own stuff personally. This is another inn, because the capital here was lacking one, or rather I couldn't find it. Cool. So I basically built them one. And there's plenty of stuff in here. I'll just do a quick little show around. Or she. Sorry, owners have changed and I didn't realize it. Plenty of stuff. So yeah. Starting to feel a little crowded actually. So another house, just a small, simple house. These are small rules for Vivic and things like that. For example, all the houses must have a chimney. If you don't do that, I will eventually RP kill you by freezing you to death. Because your house wasn't warm enough. If you notice, there's snow. And that's roll with all Nord houses, even in the port where there's no snow. You can't connect your basement, and that's for RP security reasons. For example, if we get invaded, I want to be able to barricade streets without having to worry about tunnels everywhere. rather than besides the sewers. More than 2 dogs allowed. That's for lag reasons. Anyways, this is the Scribes Guild. I've rebuilt it once already. I'm going to rebuild it again, just because it's off. For example, these are all in sections of 4, whereas these are in sections of 3, 4, 3. That bugs my OCD. And the reason why this happened is that the owner originally designed it with the interior in mind, not the exterior. So I helped him out and rebuild the exterior, and I'm still not happy with it. It's big, obnoxious, and it doesn't fit in with the other buildings around here. And this is a guild district, this strip here. And that's the mining guild for this city. And these are all houses over here. Another chapel, book. There's no graveyard or anything by the chapel. It's actually outside the city. I'll show you that later. This is poor housing. Has a nice little awning, but the reason why it's poor housing is basically that's it. That's your home. And there's another one over here that is separate. Poor housing will have a very small tax. You only have to pay an initial fee to get it. I build by demand, basically. If someone comes to me going, I want a house, but there's none for sale, I go, well, okay, what size? And they go, well, I want a medium house. Good, he's paid his taxes. I want a medium house, and I go, okay, that costs 20 gold. He goes, okay, and so he gives me the 20 gold, and I have my unquote workers, basically me, out of character, building a house, or I'll have someone build it for me. Another house for sale, fairly generic. If you notice, there's certain common themes. For example, there's spruce, there's these spines on all the building tops. That's actually one of the requirements for most buildings, is that it has the spine. That's supposed to be one of our defining factors. And chimneys. This is a tavern, which I'm going to talk to the owner about. Maybe move things around, because it's a little awkward how it's currently set up. But basically, if you want to drink, come here, or you can go to the inn. Basically, competition. Later on, I will be expanding the city that way, with another district. So, that will come at a later point. This is Red Square. This is the main square of the city. There are relations that, if you know me well enough, will understand. I'm saying a lot now, so I'm going to continue on. This is my main home, where people can come and see me, but before we get to that, I'm going to show you this. This is the kitchen area. I have a royal cook. And this is kind of where he's allowed to do his own little thing. He has his own special stock of materials. I special order from farmers for him. And of course, I need a place where I can execute people. And so, this is not really a gallows, more or less, off of their head. Yes. And grand stands, so that people can enjoy the execution of bad people. So, here we have the main hall. If you notice, that's a mammoth head. So far, I am the only person, lore-wise, to ever slay a mammoth. I had to slay a giant to do it as well, but I'm not going to talk about it. So, and yes, I am wearing enchanted armor. You can't see the enchantments roleplay-wise. It's actually mammoths. I'll show you. It's mammoth hide and the crown of kings, both of which have been gifts to me. So yeah, hey, someone placed more flags. I'm always for more flags. This is the barracks. It goes up 3 floors. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there's 3 floors to the barracks. And it's set up so it can be defended on each level. These are supposed to be 4. Not to mention to give people a little bit of more privacy if they live in the barracks. And so, back here, we have my personal garden. These are mammoth ribs. And it's just a nice, quiet place for me to get away from everybody going, king grab, I want to do this, I need to do this, etc., etc. I'm going to save that for later because it's locked and only me and a few other people can go into it. And I want to show you it, but I'll show you it great later. These are chamber pots. This is the bathroom because there was a certain person who kept complaining that there's no bathroom, so I made a bathroom. Then they complained that it's chamber pots. This is my feast hall. It is quite lovely when we actually have a bunch of people to feast with, just because it becomes interesting. We've actually done feasts in the past. It's quite lovely. And then we have a nice little area where archers can defend the keep if they need to. There's another small one over here. Keep spamming out on these doors. And then farther up we go, we have my staff's quarters, and farther up we have my own personal quarters, bedroom, and I even have my own little storage attic. And then farther up, I'm just going to do this for time's sake, we have a tower that's set up specifically so that you can see over the walls. Now, on most side of the wall, we have cliffs that work like extra defenses. That was planned on purpose. I spent a lot of time roaming about the area before we built the city, going, where the heck do I want to put this? And so eventually made it here. So this actually locked by me. He just locked it for me when our locks failed. Just a small little tidbit. This is the vault. It's where I keep all the tax money, special items, things like that. This is the map room. This is where we're basically putting all the maps that we can gather. Here, for example, this is a map between the 2 cities. There's Paladrius way down there, and there's Vivic. And then we have our war room, which is basically a much bigger version of the map room with tactical things such as torches are where cities are, redstone is wire is roads, and the slabs are army locations. And so, yeah, and there's just a little bit more to show you. Or rather, I want to show you. And that is way over here, outside the far gate. And this is the hospital. It's a work in progress.